Hello, my name is Dhyana, and although I had made a commitment and written out a schedule to stick with, to share what is wanting to come forth and be shared in this space on a regular basis, twice a month, you haven't seen me for some time. I may get interrupted now by my children, who are 8 and 11-year-old girls now. And for that is where my ministry has been focused on for quite some time and really has been my primary ministry. And thus, starting back in August, when I was scheduled to do a full moon sharing, I was up in Maine in a remote area with my family and other homeschooling friends, and no access to internet to be able to follow through. I decided even to just let go of trying to record anything because I had no way of charging my phone other than a little solar powered greenhouse station where I just charged enough to take a few photos of our homesteading learning experience, and then flew off to LA to visit my sister and help her, who she's a single mother of wonderful, rambunctious, energetic, creative young twins. And so myself and my daughters went and had a wonderful week there. And on the way back to the airport, got into a car accident, and we've been healing from some whiplash and jumping right back into the fray of homeschooling here in Bloomfield, New Jersey, and our weekly travels to New York and monthly to Pennsylvania for hiking and continued classes in folk herbalism. So life is so full, and I have had moments where I had very profound insights and experiences to share with you, and remembrances, and working with my ancestors and reconnecting those relationships, and journeying into a little bit of the underworld and untangling. I don't even remember in this moment what. It's quite a journey, this life. And yes, I have been praying and just being very quiet. One of the first things I wanted to come back and share back in August and into September was this idea, this acceptance of things don't always end up looking like what you think they're supposed to look like, and how okay that is, and how we can embrace that. And it's been a little bit of a cyclical or recurring theme that has presented itself to me, and I really embraced it. And for the first time in years, maybe decades, I've allowed myself to be okay with this idea and not feel like I was failing at something, but that I was like a river whose container and boundaries shifted, and the flow of the water eroded some of the soil and forged a different path, and maybe didn't completely veer off the course. You know, some of it's still flowing into this river, but I have other pathways that I'm clearing to sustain joyful liberation, and trusting in the guidance of my ancestors and in spirit, and in my deep inner knowing and wisdom of what is right for my family, or myself, or my clients, my community, and continuing to go with that flow. But really, just I experienced a deeper trust of this way of being that I have almost always journeyed with, and but just it's so feels so joyful and really liberating to let go of that conditioning that we have to follow through with what we have planned, or it is something negative if we don't. And so, yes, I wanted to pop on here and greet you and share that with you. And I didn't really have a plan for what to say and do in this moment. I've had so much to share, and yeah, with everything that I have being woven right now, I did not sit down to formulate or even make an outline of things I wanted to share. Just popped on to trust what I needed to say here and now. I did bring my drums out, and considered doing a journey. And the one that spoke to me was the very first drum that I made, and with buffalo. Interestingly, I'm feeling that one of the reasons he wants to drum is that it feels like that masculine buffalo energy, very earthy rooted energy, will be such a good balance right now. And I'm going to pause this recording to speak with my girl here. So that was my daughter, my youngest, telling me she'd finished clearing her desk, and is going to play with a friend now. And I'm going to play this drum. And let this journey be about allowing the masculine and feminine to weave together in this symbiotic co-creative relationship within you and out into the world. I have gone through periods of transformation, of being very in touch with my feminine side recently, in the last several years. And before that, very much in my masculine self, organized, executing ideas and plans and managing business, and then dropped into this really intuitive feminine space after becoming a mother, And allowing myself to soften and even change the way I dressed from a more masculine to a more fluid, wearing dresses or skirts, and just having a softness about me. But I know that I still have this very strong masculine side of me. And interestingly, lately I've been dreaming about in different ways embracing and making love to the feminine within me. And so there's that wanting to embrace and connect more with that feminine intuition and that feminine wisdom. And in this moment, I'm feeling that masculine wants to be present. So I'm not going to guide this journey. I'm going to invite you to just journey shamanically on your own, going through the portal that you choose to enter, a small space, a small cave, a crack in your wall, a hole under the root of a tree, or up the branches of a tree, or on the back of an eagle, however you choose to travel to that realm that is not in this material plane. And set the intention to know and witness how this masculine and feminine energy dances within you, and what wisdom there is in that balancing. What is the message and the treasure in connecting with these energies right now? What is it that is wanting to be known and witnessed and danced with and brought back into consciousness in this moment as you listen to this journey? And so make yourself comfortable. You can lie down or sit up. Just try to have your spine straight. And when I call you back, it will be with a faster drum and returning to present here and now. And so that will be, for those of you who are unfamiliar with this process, that will be the call back rhythm. So allow this heartbeat to connect you in to yourself. Breathing, dropping down to your womb. Feeling the pulse. Within you. And that connection to the earth. Allow your energy to descend. And take you where it will. Thank you, Buffalo. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, dear soul family. So take some notes where your journey took you. You may not be able to make sense of it right away. Sometimes it's not in a clear story, or maybe you smelled something or sensed something in a intuitive way, in a non-linear way, or saw an image, or maybe you had an epic story unfold. Perhaps some beings or animal guides or other spirit guides appeared with messages. I hope whatever and wherever the journey took you, that there is some beautiful medicine there for you. As for me, I will continue to make my best effort to weave together all of this magical journey and to keep that magic alive within my life, and to share it with my family, friends, and community, and with you, and implore you to do the same. Keep the magic alive and let it spur you to actions that will sustain this planet and hopefully sustain our human existence on this planet for generations to come. And at the very least, to make our Mother Earth suffer less and bring some beauty back into our lives. And I could speak so much on this beauty of magic and nature and all that is beautiful in this world that is sometimes elusive and hard to see, because primarily we've been raised for generations to not believe in its existence and its importance. So re-embrace, reignite that fire, that spark of life, that pulse of life within you, and let it expand and burn a clearing through the debris and the clutter of what does not serve life, does not connect us to this life. All right, and with that, I bid you adieu for now. Thank you for listening.